Hi, I'm Tevi Troy. I'm a senior fellow here at Hudson Institute. I worked in the Bush administration as the Secretary of Health and with delegations to countries around the world, including the Middle East and Asia and Europe. And I'm now here at Hudson Institute, where I write a lot about healthcare, but also about the history of the presidency. Well, obviously, there's no one solution to the problems, but I think in general, my life is to stop and think. I know a lot of discourse, at least recently, apparently wasn't even a film, so and it's not done by anybody important or relevant here in the United States. So I think people often need to think before acting, and I think that would often solve a lot of it. It's not the panacea or the cure to everything. I think it might stop some initial bloodshed, to be sure. Well, sure, the three major religions get along better. For example, I'm of the Jewish faith. And Jews were very welcome in Muslim lands, particularly under the Ottoman Empire, much more so than in Christian lands, whereas these days the Jews and the Christians than the Jews and the Muslims. So these things do change over time. I think just because things might be in a bad spot now, that doesn't necessarily mean they'll be in that kind of bad spot permanently. Look, I'm anti-terrorism. Terrorism bad, bombs bad, engaging in those activities. That's an absolute. And the mainstream of the three religions that you talk about do support peace and understanding, and I think those are. That said, that there are religions and of the atheistic non-religion. So you will find people who are radical and what you need in each religions is people outrageous, people who behave outrageously in the name of that religion. You need, if there's someone Jewish, inappropriate but wrong or evil, Jews to condemn. Need Muslim terrible behavior by Muslim people. It's so clear that we need people who are willing to stand up to the radicals and say this is the way. And the majority of people in all the religions believe that way. We just need these behaviors.
Again, common thing, divine religions. I know I view actually with Christians and Jewish and Muslims. We are living in Moshiach is the system with the King Moshiach because the signs are exactly and Muslims which are given in hadiths. That the golden age.
Sure, I'd love to see that. We all pray. Happens. We won't have to work. But until then, we need to figure out now. And I think what you have is a lack of freedom. It's imposed by a monarchy or a military regime or a socialist regime. It's the lack of freedom that leads to a lot of these expressions of hatred bubbling through in a non-productive way. When you have freedom, clunky, awkward, each other, but you and a peaceful and good times and remember things at the core, and we should